The coefficient of friction on our new desk is much higher. Hey, what's up? Greetings, you tyrannical pit lords. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and this is the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG, where today I'm opening this set booster of Dominaria United. We haven't opened DMU since we did the collector boosters as part of the PPR. Well, with the exception of a welcome booster, I think, according to the stats, anyway. This was given to us by Bobby at PAX U 2023. Thank you very much. Set boosters now seem so quaint after nearly a year of play boosters. I'm trying to remember what the breakdown was. Oh no. So clearly Bobby tried to write this in ballpoint first, and it definitely did not take before it was written or rewritten perhaps in Sharpie. And whatever this card is on the back has the impression of Bobby PAX Unplugged 2023 in like the, when you press on something with a pen. But I think this is probably, it's not a land, it's the rare. That's hilarious. All right, let's start at the front of the pack. It's an art card, specifically an art card of Haughty Djinn, the Djinn with abs. Lovely. Then a basic island. Very nice. It's a nice looking basic island. Johannes Voss. Gorgeous art. Cool streakies in the sky. I would go there. Oh, or the idyllic beachfront. I mean, it just sounds like a wonderful time. There's a Djinn with abs. It's an idyllic beachfront. Relax. Idyllic beachfront is a plains island that enters tapped. That's it. It taps for white or blue, and you can search for it for things that search for plains or islands. So, hooray. This pack might have a blue-white theme. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's just the next one happens to be blue. It's the Academy wall. It's a 0/5 wall with Defender for 2 and a blue, and it says, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. The Defender deck in Dominaria United was fun. That was a good one. This is the one that had Blight Pile, where you could dome your opponent depending on how many defenders you had, or coral something coral something that you could mill based on the number of defenders you had. And there was defenders that went looking for other defenders, and it was neat. It was a good one. Oh, speaking of walls, it's the Clockwork Drawbridge. Single white mana for a 0/3 artifact creature wall with Defender, and for 2 and tap target creature. One of the less exciting walls, if I'm going to be honest, but hey, sometimes you just needed to run a wall. Okay, I think set boosters may have been more themed than I recall, because next we have the Floriferous Vine Wall, which is 1 and a green for a 0/2 plant wall with Defender, and when it enters, you look at the top 6, you may reveal a land, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's a wall that makes you land. Also, it looks like it's eating like an old robot, or I don't know, is this like meant to be like an old Phyrexian, or some kind of overgrown creature in there? Neat. All right. No more walls. Instead, a Territorial Morrow. 4 and a green for a star elemental with Domain. Territorial Morrow's power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of basic land types among lands you control, which is why those lands that have the types are so important in this draft, because that idyllic beachfront, that's 2 types right there. Not that you can cast a Morrow off it, but you understand where I'm going with this. You see the vision. Choking Miasma is next. 1 black for a sorcery with Kicker for a green. If the spell was kicked, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. So you can make one of your creatures just slightly larger and then pave everything else. I guess that's Slimefoot on here, isn't it? The Phyrexians were as surprised as anyone to discover they still needed to breathe. Sweet. It's a good system. Simply choke them. Ooh, Tori Davenant, Fury Rider. Is it a hard T? Davenant? Tori, I mean, obviously it's a hard T in Tori. Ori Davenant, sorry. Tori D'Avenant? Is it? I'm trying to smooth through it like when we learned French, and it should be like Devenant. But I wonder if it's supposed to be D'Avenant. I've never looked into this, and I won't start now. 1 red, red, white for a 3/3 human knight with vigilance and trample. Whenever Tori Fury Rider attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So they all get +1/+1. Anyone else that's attacking. Other red attacking creatures get trample. Other white attacking creatures you untap, so they don't gain vigilance. They wanted them to get vigilance, but they don't get the thing until after they've attacked, so it didn't work because they'd be tapped and get vigilance. So instead, it's just you untap the white creatures. So the red ones get trample, the white ones get vigilance in hefty air quotes, and then your opponent dies, usually, with Tori. Tori's frightening. Whoa, showcase stained glass frame of Raph, Weatherlight Stalwart. White and a blue for a 1/3 human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control. If you do, draw a card. Very cool. That's a very powerful ability and a good way to draw some cards, keep you in the game. 3 white, white. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Second ability means you also sometimes just kill your opponent. Raph could get it a hand. Ooh, another showcase stained glass frame of Radha, Coalition Warlord. 2 red, green for a 3/3 elf warrior with domain. Whenever Radha becomes tapped, important to note that it is not when Radha attacks, Raph has an ability that lets you tap creatures you control. Synergy? In 4 color? I mean, domain is a thing, so yeah. Anyway, whenever Radha becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is among the basic number of land types among lands you control. Very cool. Quite like Radha. We have a rare. It's Temporary Lockdown. 1 white, white for an enchantment. When Temporary Lockdown enters, exile each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less until Temporary Lockdown leaves the battlefield. It's like a mass O-ring for everything that's mana value 2 or less. Everything goes under the Temporary Lockdown. But then it would all come back if you destroy the Temporary Lockdown, which also sounds like a lot. We have a foil, and it's another Choking Miasma. But this time it's sparkling choking. So it looks cooler. I get you're still dying, but it looks cooler now. Great. And finally, ba-ba-bum, from the list, from M19, it's Tezzeret Artifice Master. 3 blue, blue for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. +1. Make a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. 0. Draw a card. If you control 3 or more artifacts, draw 2 cards instead. And -9, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, search your library for a permanent, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Dang. That certainly upped the power level of this pack. This pack's worth over $8, which is impressive. Now, most of that, the highest value is Temporary Lockdown, which honestly surprises me, but that's coming in at $450. And Tezzeret, about $275, though it is, I guess we'll have to say, lightly played, because you can, if you catch it in the light, you can definitely make out Bobby packs up 23. So, you know, maybe someone needs a Tezzeret for their artifacts deck within the office. That'll be fine. But thank you anyway, Bobby. Appreciate it. Hopefully this was fun for you, and hopefully this whole episode was fun for all of you watching. If you want to send us a pack of cards, you can do so, but you're certainly not obliged. We have a lot. It's great. And of course, we appreciate you supporting us and continuing to do the things that we do at our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or by becoming a member on this YouTube channel. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching. I have been Graham. James is on tech. Shoutouts as always to the editors, and we will talk to you all next time. Bye.